New patch just arrived for Apex Legends this week, introducing new event with separate game mode, map changes, new cosmetics, challenges, some bug fixes, visual enhancements, and quite a big and surprising nerf for Wattson. I'm gonna cover the cosmetics very briefly. There are some hidden new skins that look pretty epic, but on the store you can find the Power Rangers Wraith, the Lifeline skin that looks like straight out of high school, Gibraltar who thinks it's Halloween already, and some weapon skins like the African Longbow, Alien Kraber, and Nerf gun RE45. Okay, what I want to talk about are the gameplay changes and the new mode. So first maybe the Wattson nerf that nobody expected to happen. Well, Wattson was not that popular. It's a good legend for ranked mode, mostly in endgame, but still, it's nowhere near the characters like Wraith, Octane, Pathfinder or Bangalore. Yet, the new patch made her take 5% more damage, and she can only set up one beacon at a time. Or whatever it's called, the ultimate, you know what I mean. I'm not a Wattson player, but I think people who pick her more often might be a little bit upset, as nobody ever on the internet asked for this nerf. Nobody said like, oh, Wattson is OP, please nerf her. Like, it never happened, I think. The gameplay you see right now is one of the games I played in the new game mode, in which you can use only shotguns and sniper rifles. It's one of the first games when I actually got a weapon just after I dropped. I played 8 games before this one. In 6 of them I was running away and searching desperately for weapon for like 1 to 2 minutes. And I tried dropping anywhere, including Schooltown. It's because this mode called Armed and Dangerous have decreased loot spawn rate by 45%. It's ridiculously random, there are whole areas without anything useful inside now. Also, the armor spawn rate is reduced too, and there's only white armor and helmets. That's actually not that bad, I will talk about it in a second. The loot reduction contributes massively into randomness of the gameplay, especially in the first minutes of the drop, and I think it's extremely wrong for FPS game. Situations where someone was lucky and dropped on great loot happen in Battle Royale games all the time, but here we have something a bit different. Here you just drop and you don't know if you're gonna have anything to shoot with in the first place. So if you're unlucky, all you have left at the beginning is running away. Great fun, right? Because of the reduced loot rate, it's much more difficult to find supplies like health and shield cells. They said in the patch notes that the syringe drop rate is higher, but it's not apparent in the game at all. It makes people more vulnerable to one-shot kills, because let's remember we have only sniper rifles and shotguns. Peacekeeper and longbow are the weapons many people complain about as they are the most annoying to play against, they say. I personally think they are not imbalanced in any way, and there's always way to get around them in normal mode. But Peacekeeper versus Peacekeeper fights happen really often in the new game mode, and they tend to be quite random, as you might know that the damage output of this weapon is really inconsistent. So sometimes you get hit twice, but you land one lucky shot and it melts the enemy straight away. I also need to mention the reduced ammo stacks. You can see the changes on the screen. I think it might slow down the game a bit and make people engage enemy more carefully. Some people will probably say that it will encourage players to camp more. It might be partly true. On the good note, the armor change is not bad at all. I mean, the idea of it is pretty fair and balanced, but the amount of white armor and base health is just too low to work properly in shotgun and sniper mode only. I was thinking quite a bit about how to balance the shield system more, and I think that the best way to make the game better is by reducing importance of shields. It would make the game much more fair in my opinion. It can be done by either buffing the base health amount and reducing the armor shield numbers and also the difference between armor levels, or making people drop with blue armor by default and having only one higher level of armor that would be rare supply drop loot. But yeah, that will never happen. Putting it all together, I personally do not like the new mode, mostly because of those factors that contribute to the randomness of the game. Fortunately, it's just a separate game mode, so, well, if you don't like it, just don't play it, right? The rest of the patch is pretty reasonable and cool, and as I said, I just don't understand why they nerfed Wattson. I also hoped a little bit that they will bring back solos for unranked playlists, because that was my favorite mode, but oh well, not yet I guess. Anyway, let me know what you think about the new patch in the comments. I'm gonna leave the gameplay until the end of the round. If you like the video, tap that subscribe button and the bell next to it. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.
Arrow pushing. Gopnik, watch out.
You are the Apex Champions.